Hello, welcome back to my bedroom. It's so lovely to have you. Tonight we're going to be doing a practice based on yoga itself and the principle of unity and bringing unity to the breath and to the body and to the movement and just marrying all of those theories and principles together. And if you need to, go ahead and pause the video because I want you to try to have some wall space. You don't need a lot. We're really just going to do legs up the wall, so you don't need to have, like the wall clear or anything, but just enough so that you can lay on your back at the floor and put your legs up the wall, whether that's at a door or you just have a few feet like I do. This is literally perfect. I'm going to have to make some adjustments, but you know what? That's okay. That's what we do in yoga. We make adjustments. I just want to say that it's good to have you here and that it's good to be doing this practice. I appreciate you watching it. And if I were to offer you some encouragement, I would just say, when in doubt, trust the breath and continue to breathe. And in my own yoga practices, I'm allowing myself to be very uncomfortable, and it's okay to be uncomfortable. And in truth, we could probably all do a lot more to learn, or a lot better to learn more about being uncomfortable and to, learn how to interact with others in our discomfort. But in our practice, that looks like I'm holding a pose a little longer than I'm comfortable to, and instead of focusing on how uncomfortable I am or even coming out of the pose, I instead meditate on the breath. And so I'll give you pranayama to focus on throughout the entire practice so that you really do push that energy, that prana, through the body, and you really do have a very energetically cleansing practice. But we're definitely going to do a little more movement than we have in previous videos, but I promise it won't be rough. You'll get through it. We'll do this together. Always props are welcome if you need a chair, if you want blocks, if you want a strap. Again, if you need the wall, go ahead and use it. And, I'm not going to lie, I've got 2 blankets over here that I'm, utilizing. And, if my hips were real tight, I'd grab a 3rd blanket or maybe even a bolster and put a blanket on top of it. So whatever you've got to do to practice self-care and to really gift yourself with the best practice that you can. So we're going to start standing tonight. Go ahead and bring your feet about hip width apart. It's very important for you to ground through all 4 corners of your feet. And what that means is you're grounding through the whole ball joint of the foot, which is the ball under the big toe, and then you keep that connected to the floor and you roll the foot out until the ball of the under the pinky toe also connects. And then the inner and the outer heel really connect, and you press through the whole area. Your toes aren't gripping, but you're very active. You're very grounded. Lift through the kneecaps, unless you have knee injury, and then just keep a very passive knee. Draw the belly in, lift through the heart space, relax the shoulders, let the palms open in front of you. Imagine you have water in your mouth and you just have a very, very softness in your mouth. Close your eyes and just breathe. Notice your balance here in Tadasana or mountain pose. Notice if you're swaying or if you're going forward or backward. Notice if you're getting dizzy at all, and don't hesitate to open your eyes if you need to. So we're going to do a vinyasa, which is a flow. So everything that we do, we're going to be doing with the breath. So don't hesitate to go slower if you need to. Don't hesitate if something's not serving you or doesn't feel right to you to bypass it or to choose a more passive pose. This is your practice. Make it yours. I'm very fortunate to be your guide through it, but make it your own where you need to. But I promise this has been kind of my own personal practice here lately too. So draw those shoulders forward, up and back a few times. Really find an openness through the heart space. Deep breath in, long breath out. Bring the hands to the low belly. Deep breath in, push the belly into the hands. Exhale slowly. And let that be your breathing pattern tonight, and that'll be how I guide you through. Long, slow inhale, long, slow exhale. So our focus is really going to be breath and pranayama oriented tonight. So when you're ready, just bend your knees a few times. Let your arms just gently dangle at your sides as you just begin twisting gently. Your hands kind of flop and hit where they may. And even though this looks a little silly like a rag doll, this is actually very stimulating to your internal organs and to the areas where your arms are actually hitting the nerves. So just let it happen. Continue breathing. Create a softness throughout your knees. And then when you're ready, come back to stillness. Be aware of how you feel. Continue a connection with the breath. Inhale, sweep the palms up, lift the gaze. And as you exhale, settle the hips back, bend the knees, we find chair pose. Now, you might like a block here. It may be really nice for you to hold a block and to focus on a block right here. It may not be. You may not want one. Inhale, the palms come down, and as you exhale, lift the palms up toward the ceiling. The shoulders open, pull back, the heart space opens. Now you can stay here, or inhale, lift up on the toes. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, sweep the palms up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Bend those knees as much as you need to. Now, I want you to walk the hands a little further. Your back broadens a little bit. Bend the knees. Send those hips back. Really, really reach the hips back. The knees come out over the ankles a little bit. It's okay. We're not going to be here long. Inhale, sweep the palms up. Lift the gaze. Gently reach back. Exhale, bend the knees. Settle the hips back. Chair pose. Utkatasana, awkward pose. Inhale, palms come down and then lift up toward the ceiling. The heart opens. Exhale. Inhale, stay here or lift up on the toes. Exhale, heels come down. Inhale, sweep the palms up. Lift the gaze. Exhale, fold at the hips. Bend the knees as much or as little as you need. Forward fold. Now we're going to add Ardha Uttanasana, half forward fold. Inhale, the hands come to the shins or to the thighs, or even bring those thumbs to the hip creases. And as you exhale, send the crown forward and the hips backward. Inhale, pull the breath deep into the low belly. Exhale, fold. Walk those hands out gently. Create that broadening in the back. Inhale, lift the palms. Send the hips back. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep the palms up, lift the gaze. Exhale, chair pose. The knees bend, the hips go back, the belly draws in to support the spine. Inhale, palms come down and then lift up toward the sky. Exhale. Inhale, up on the toes, the heart opens. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep the palms up, lift the gaze. Exhale, fold at the hips. Allow the head to slowly draw toward the floor. Inhale, the palms come up to the shins or thighs, or the thumbs come to the hip creases. Exhale, the crown goes forward, the hips back. Ardha Uttanasana, half forward fold. Inhale deeply, send the breath to the low belly, find length in the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, send the palms forward, the hips down toward the floor. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the palms up, lift the gaze, gently reach back. Exhale, the hands come to the heart, bow the head, take 3 slow, deep breaths. I challenge you with each breath, draw the exhalation out longer than the inhalation. Really focus on that. If you have to count it out, doing like a 4 count for the inhale and a 6 count for the exhale or whatever, just see if you can really control your breath and create that pranayama practice. Notice the heat from the beginning of the practice. Notice the way the body's feeling. Notice your attitude. You are strong. You are fierce. You can do this. We can do this. We will do this. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the palms up, lift the gaze, gently reach back. Exhale, chair pose. The knees bend, the hips go back, the arms go forward like you're holding the ball. Inhale, sweep the palms down and then lift them up to the sky. The heart opens. Exhale. Inhale, high up on the toes, coming into that hummingbird. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep the palms up, lift the gaze. Exhale, swan dive into your forward fold. Inhale, the hands come up to the shins or thighs, or bring the thumbs to the hip creases. And as you exhale, send the crown forward and your hips backward. Your neck is an extension of the spine. Inhale slowly and deeply. Exhale, fold. Inhale, send the arms out directly in front of you. The hips lower toward the floor. The knees are bent. Breathe. This is a beautiful stretch for the psoas. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release the palms to the floor. Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Inhale, sweep the palms up. Lift the gaze. Gently reach back. Exhale, fold at the hips. Uttanasana, bend the knees as much or as little as you need to come into your forward fold. Inhale, the hands come to the shins or the thighs. Find length in the crown. Exhale. Inhale, press the breath all the way to the low belly. Exhale, fold. Now, bend the knees, plant the palms. Inhale, slide the toes of the left foot back behind you. And as you exhale, bring the left knee to the floor. Now, if you notice you're real wonky, you can always grab a block and utilize a block, or you can walk the right foot toward the right side of the mat, creating a wider foundation. Lift through the pelvic floor, draw the belly in, find that Mula Bandha, then that Uddiyana Bandha. Exhale, the palms come down, the heart lifts. Continue drawing the pelvic floor up and in, the belly draws up and into the spine. Now you can stay here, or inhale, sweep the palms up, lift the gaze. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Inhale, slowly fold at the hips. Bring both hands to the top of the right thigh. Exhale, release the shoulders down and away from the ears. Inhale, lift the right palm all the way up, twisting the body gently toward the right, or you can bring the back of your hand to the small of your back or to that sacrum. Breathe. Inhale slowly. Exhale completely. The right hand comes down to the right thigh. You can stay here, or you can slowly bring the right hand to the inner arch of the right foot. Inhale, sweep the left palm up, or bring the back of the hand to the small of the back. Breathe. Inhale deeply. Exhale, slowly release. The left hand comes down. Inhale deeply, tuck the toes of the back foot. Exhale, lift that back knee. Inhale, step the right foot back, lift the hips. First downward dog of the practice, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. The arms are about shoulder width apart. You're pressing into the fingers, the pads of the fingers, and the palms, saving the wrist joint. Your hips angle up toward the sky. Your knees bend as much or as little as you need. Your heels work toward the floor. Your heart presses back to your thighs. Your head dangles between your arms. Breathe. Marry the breath with the movement. Inhale, draw the belly in, straighten the back. Slowly bring the shoulders directly over the wrist, coming into a plank. The belly works up, draws up and in toward the spine. The heels work back toward the back of your room. Now you can bring your knees to the floor, or you can chaturanga. Inhale, slowly shift forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, come down to the belly. Now, bring your hands right below your shoulders. Inhale, draw the belly in, lift the heart, the shoulders, the head gently. Baby Cobra, Bhujangasana. Inhale deeply. Exhale, slowly release. Slowly tuck the toes, bend the knees. Inhale, draw the belly in. Exhale, lift the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the toes of the left foot up, bend the left knee, Exhale, step those toes all the way up to the left hand coming into your lunge. Now, if you can do that in one step, fabulous, but if not, do it in as many as you need. Inhale, draw the belly in. Exhale, release the right foot to the floor, untuck the toes. Draw the pelvic floor up and in for support, lift through the belly. Inhale, lift the torso. Exhale, relax the hands, open at your sides. The heart space opens. Find that root lock and that abdominal lock. Finding that upward current of energy. The pelvic floor activates coming up and in. The belly draws up and in. That Mula Bandha, then that Uddiyana Bandha. Breathe. You can stay here. Or inhale, sweep the palms up, lift the gaze. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Press into the top of the right foot. Press into all four corners of the left foot. The left knee is over the left ankle. You're active through the inner thighs. Inhale, gently reach back. Exhale, bring both hands to the top of the left thigh. Inhale, swoop the left hand up, gently revolving toward the left side, or you can bring the back of the hand to the sacrum. Breathe. Inhale deeply. Exhale, left hand comes back down. Now you can stay here, or you can bring left hand to the floor at the inner arch of the left foot. Inhale, sweep the right palm up, or bend at the right elbow and bring the back of the hand to the small of the back. Inhale, find length. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes of the back foot. Inhale, lift the back foot off or back knee off the floor. Inhale, lift the right foot, bend the right knee. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the palms all the way up, lift the gaze. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, the palms come down, the shoulders draw together. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep the palms up, lift the gaze. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands come to shins or thighs. Exhale, find length in the whole spine. Ardha Uttanasana, half forward fold. Inhale deeply. Exhale, Uttanasana. Walk your hands out away from you. Bend the knees. Inhale, lift the arms until they're parallel to the floor. The hips lower toward the floor. Inhale, release the palms down. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms all the way up, lift the gaze. Exhale, hands to heart, bow the head, take 3 slow, deep breaths. Again, my challenge to you is for the exhale to last longer than the inhalation. Breathe. Slow the mind. Bring the mind and the body together. Observing. Noticing the breath. Inhale, sweep the palms up, lift the gaze, gently reach back, exhale, fold. Inhale, the hands come up to the shins or thighs, and as you exhale, find length in the spine. Half forward fold. Inhale deeply, exhale, bow. Inhale, bend the knees, sink the hips down. Exhale, extend the hands out until they're parallel to the floor in front of you. Inhale, deep into the belly. Exhale, the hands release down. Inhale, slide the toes of the right foot back. Exhale, release the right toes to the floor, or the right knee to the floor, untuck the toes. Inhale, draw the belly in, lift the pelvic floor. Exhale, open the palms beside you. The shoulder blades come away from the ears. Inhale, palms come up. Exhale, shoulders relax. Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale deeply. Exhale, fold at the hips. The hands come to the top of the left thigh. Inhale, left hand comes all the way up to the sky, or the back of the hand comes to the small of the back. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release. Left hand can stay here or come down to the floor at the inner left arch. Inhale, sweep the right palm up. Exhale completely. Inhale slowly. Exhale, the right palm comes down. Frame the left foot. Tuck the right toes. Lift the right knee. Inhale deeply. Exhale, step the left foot back. Lift those hips. Downward facing dog. Take a moment in your downward dog. Find the pose. The palms, the fingertips, the pads of the fingers all press away from the yoga mat. The arms are shoulder distance apart. The elbows work toward the mat. The elbow creases toward the front of the mat. The hips reach the sky. The knees bend gently. The heels work toward the floor, rest on the floor. The head dangles between the arms. The jaw is soft. You are breathing deeply. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale, draw the belly in, slowly straighten the spine, bringing the shoulders directly over the elbows, directly over the wrist. Plank. Exhale, you can either chaturanga or you can bring the knees to the floor and then slowly bring the belly to the floor, lowering the whole body. Plant the palms under the shoulders, draw the elbows in toward the body. Inhale, lift the heart, the shoulders, the head, Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes, draw the belly in, take a deep breath in, inhale deeply. Exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right toes up, bend that right knee. Exhale, step the toes to that hand. Inhale deeply. Exhale, left knee comes to the floor. Draw the belly in, lift the pelvic floor, lift the torso. Exhale, relax the shoulders down and away from the ears, the palms open wide. Inhale, swoop the palms up, lift the gaze, gently reach back. Exhale, fold at the hips, the hands come to the top of the right thigh. Inhale, draw the belly in, swoop the right hand up to the sky, lift the gaze, or you can bend at the elbow and bring the back of the hand toward your sacrum. Exhale, release. Right hand can come to the right thigh or down to the inner right arch of the foot. Inhale, sweep the left palm all the way up. Side angle pose. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release. Palm comes down. Inhale, tuck the toes of the left foot, bend the left knee. Inhale deeply. Exhale, step the left foot forward, standing forward fold. Inhale deeply. Draw the hands to the shins or the thighs. And as you exhale, send the crown out long, the hips out long behind you. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release. Inhale, slowly bend the knees, send the palms out until they're parallel to the floor underneath you. Hips really drop low, get that really great psoas stretch. Exhale, release. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the palms up, lift the gaze, gently reach back. Exhale, hands to heart, bow the head. Take 3 slow, full, deep breaths. Again, I urge you to really let that inhalation be drawn deep into the low belly and really extend that exhalation. Oops, sorry. So now we're going to come into pranayama. So go ahead and make your way down to your back, however is the most comfortable way to do that for you. But what I want you to do first, I want you to find your spot on the wall and go ahead and get there if you're not already there. I'm going to go ahead and get myself to the wall here where I won't kick my shelf, hopefully. It's going to be interesting making these adjustments, but okay, we'll do it anyway. Let's see how we need to adjust the computer here. There we go. I think that'll be fine. All right, go ahead and come on down to your back. You can keep your knees bent if you want. You can cover up with a blanket. You can grab an eye pillow. We're going to do pranayama. So what I want you to do, I want you to start with your hands at your belly. And I want your belly nice and soft. Your face is soft. Your eyes are closed. You can actually walk your feet as wide as your yoga mat and let your knees come in on each other. Really take all the pressure off of your low back. What I want you to do, I want you to take a regular breath and notice if you feel it in your hands at all. Notice if your hands move with your breath in any capacity, if you're drawing the breath deep or not. Now, with your next inhalation, I want you to inhale, and I want you to inflate the belly. Fill the whole belly. Feel those hands really move, rise with the breath. Inhaling, drawing that breath all the way to the belly. Exhaling completely. The belly softens. Inhale into the belly. Exhale. Inhale into the belly. Exhale. Inhale into the belly. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale into the belly, pulling the breath deep into the low belly. Exhale. Inhale, pull that breath deep into the belly. Exhale. Take a regular breath. Now move your hands up to your low rib cage. And just try to breathe to where you only really feel your hands expand because your low rib cage is expanding. See if you can, what you have to do to, how you have to breathe to really feel that breath in that low rib cage. When you're ready, inhale into the low rib cage. Exhale. 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 1 more. Inhale into the low rib cage. Exhale. Take a regular breath. Move your hands to the upper chest. Now, really take a few shallow breaths. Notice where you have to really pull the breath to feel that chest only rise. And when you're ready, inhale into the chest. Exhale. Inhale into the chest. Exhale. Inhale into the chest. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale into the chest. Exhale. Inhale into the chest. Exhale. Now we're going to practice the union of marrying all 3 parts of the breath, making it that Durga, that 3-part yoga breath. So to create that union, you'll inhale deep into the belly first. Draw that same breath when the belly's full up into the low rib cage. The ribs expand until you feel the breath at the heart. The heart space rises, and then you feel the breath at the throat. All 3 parts of your respiratory system are engaged. Exhale completely. See if you can make that exhalation extend. Inhale deeply into the belly first, filling the belly. Drawing that breath up into the low rib cage. The low rib cage expands, pulling that breath up into the heart space until you're so full of air you feel it at the throat. Pause, hold the breath. Exhale slowly. The exhalation lasts a little longer than the inhalation. Inhale, pulling that breath into the low belly. Drawing it up into the heart space slowly. The low rib cage expands. The heart space lifts until you feel it at the throat. Pause, maintain and retain the breath. Exhale slowly and completely. Really extend that exhalation. Last one. Inhale slowly, pull that breath deep into the low belly. The belly rises until you have to pull that same breath up in toward the heart space. The low rib cage expands, the heart space expands and lifts until you feel it at the throat. Pause. Exhale slowly with control. Now go ahead and lift the hips and move the hips toward the left side of your yoga mat. Open your arms up wide. Inhale, let the knees drop to the right. Exhale, the head drops to the left, or you can look up at the ceiling. Breathe deeply into that low belly. Feel the movement of the belly as you breathe. Feel the breath go into that hip. Inhale, draw the belly in, lift the knees, lift the hips, walk them over toward the right side of your yoga mat. Exhale, the knees come down to the left. Breathe. Inhale deeply. Exhale, if you like, you can draw your gaze over the right shoulder. Reclined belly twist. Inhale, the knees come in. Exhale, release them down to the floor. Now, go ahead and come up to a seated position because we're going to make our way to the wall. But you're going to want to be comfortable on the wall. So if you need your blanket, you can go ahead and grab it. You might want to use it for a pillow. You might want to put your hips on it, however you need to. But the easiest way to come to the wall is to bring one of your hips as close as you can, or maybe even like a fist or so away from the wall. Come down onto that outer elbow. Slowly come all the way down. One at a time, lift your legs up on the wall. And just send your legs up long. Vipariti Karani, legs up the wall pose. Your arms can open up toward at the side. You can close your eyes because we're just going to rest here for a few moments. So if you want to grab your eye pillow and kind of create a meditative state, really focusing on the breath, inhaling, counting to 4, pausing, exhaling, counting to 6, inhaling, counting to 4. So let that be your breath pattern right now. You're in an inversion, which means that your blood flow is running the opposite way. It's running against gravity right now, which is very cleansing, very good energetically, very good when you speak about the lymphatic system. This pose right here instantaneously reduces stress because your feet are above your head and above your heart. If you have swelling in the feet or ankles, you can always do this pose and it'll help alleviate that. Breathe. Create a union with the breath and your mind. Inhaling, counting to 4. Exhaling, counting to 6. Continue breathing. Yoga unites our hearts, minds, body, and spirit. The best part is, though, is that it also unites us with the people around us. And maybe during this time in the coronavirus and the pandemic, we don't have a lot of people around us, but when we practice like this, you can think about the community that you're practicing in. And this morning, I literally practiced yoga with people from across the world, and I mean, it was a community, and it was good for my soul, and so this is good for your soul. It's uniting us with people even when we're in our homes. It's uniting you and I together. You're in my home practicing with me. I'm simultaneously in yours practicing with you. We are united. Yoga. If you notice your hips are real stiff, you can always press away from the wall, creating a little space between the hips and the lower part of the wall, creating a nice little angle out of your legs. You can always lift the hips up on a blanket as well, or a bolster. Now from here, I want you to inhale, draw the low belly in, and as you exhale, let the feet drop apart, creating a V out of the legs. Now I've got some obstacles with my light and my shelf here, keeping me from really getting my full potential, but I have a fabulous stretch going on, especially in the hamstring and the inner groin. Breathe deeply. This is a supported hand to big toe pose. Breathe deep into the low belly. Send all that oxygen-rich blood to your pelvic organs. Again, notice if you're uncomfortable and if you can focus on the breath instead of that discomfort. Inhale, draw the belly and lift the pelvic floor. Draw the feet together. Exhale, bend the right knee. Now lift the right foot and cross the, or lift the right foot, and cross the right ankle over the left knee. Now you can stay here, or you can slowly bend the left knee, bringing the left foot flat to the wall. This is a very amazing pigeon variation. Breathe deeply. Feel that right IT band get a beautiful stretch. Breathe slowly. See if you can inhale for 4 or 6 seconds and exhale for 6 or 8 seconds. Let go of any tension in your jaw or forehead. Continue focusing on the breath. Marrying the breath and the asana or the pose, counting to 4 or 6 on the inhalation, and exhaling, counting to 6 or 8. Inhale deeply. Exhale, extend the left foot back up the wall if it's not already. Pause for a moment. The left toes draw down toward you. The left heel lifts to the sky. Take the right hand to the right knee. Gently press open the right knee toward the wall, opening that hip. Inhaling for 4 or 6 seconds, exhaling for 6 or 8 seconds. Inhale, draw the right knee into the chest. Exhale, extend the right foot up the wall. Inhale, bend the left knee, lift the left foot, cross the left ankle over the right knee. And again, you can stay here, or you can slowly bend the right knee, bringing the right foot, the whole sole of the foot to the wall. Breathe deeply. Inhaling for 4 or 6 seconds, exhaling for 6 or 8 seconds. Really focus on it. Marry the breath with your mental focus with the pose. Continue breathing slowly and deeply. deeply. Exhale, extend the right foot. Draw the right toes down, lift the right heel. Bring the left hand to the left knee and gently press. Breathe. Inhaling for 4 or 6 seconds. Exhaling for 6 or 8 seconds. Creating that yoga in your yoga practice, that union. Finding unity in this community of yogis and yoginis. No matter what race, nationality, religion, sexuality, gender, we are all here in body, mind, and spirit, collectively practicing, collectively breathing. Inhale, uncross the left ankle. Exhale, send the left leg back up the wall. We meet in Viparita Karani. Breathe. Inhale, bend both knees. Exhale, the knees drop apart. The soles of the feet come together. We are now in a reclined, supported Baddha Konasana or cobbler's pose. I have to get my hips a little closer to the wall for this one to be comfortable. Or to be more comfortable, I should say. It was hurting. And in yoga, we never hurt. It's one thing to be a little uncomfortable. It's another thing to draw pain into the body. We never do anything that's painful. Breathe into the belly. Find that union. Find your count. Count. Inhaling for 4 or 6 seconds. Exhaling for 6 or 8 seconds. Finding unity in the breath, in the focus, in the pose. Inhale, bend the knees, draw them together. Exhale, send the feet up the wall to the ceiling. Breathe. Bring your eye pillow back up if you want. We're going to stay here for a few moments. Finding that meditative state as we focus on the breath with intensity. Inhaling for 6 seconds, pausing. Exhaling for 8 seconds. Now, if that's too intense, don't hesitate to stay with that 4 and 6 ratio. Find what works best for you. Let go of any tension in the face. Relax the heart space. Relax the feet. Continue focusing on the breath, counting it out. One of the best parts about this pose is you can do it from the bed if your bed's up against the wall. And so this is great to relax the body and the mind before bed. This whole practice is great for that because it's very energy building and cleansing in the beginning. And at the end it's very slow and very restorative. Continue focusing on the breath. bringing your focus back to it again and again and again. Slowly wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers, bend the knees. Gently press yourself away from the wall. Now, if you want, you can Shavasana with your legs up the wall. But if you have MS or any sort of neurological issues, I definitely don't advise it. I advise a traditional Shavasana, or maybe one where your legs come to the calves come to a chair, or where your knees are bent. But whatever you got to do, go ahead and come into your Shavasana, lying on your back with your feet extended or with your knees bent. Inhaling, tensing every single thing you have control over, drawing your hands into fists, squeezing your feet, squeezing your knees, drawing the belly in, squeezing the buttocks, exhaling, releasing all of that tension completely. And inhaling, drawing as much tension into the body and the whole being, clenching the jaw, squeezing the hands, squeezing the feet, tightening the core, tightening the chest. And then exhale, signal, release, relaxation. If you have your eye pillow, you can put it on. If not, just take your glasses off, close your eyes. Let your forehead smooth, your face soften. Take this next few moments just to be. This is where your practice is literally nourished to your being. So take this time and Shavasana. I'll sit here with you and then I'll bring you out of it in a couple of moments. So just allow yourself to drift. If you hear sounds or you get distracted or you have thoughts or your phone goes off, that's fine. Acknowledge it all. And then come back to the breath and allow yourself that release. Try not to let your wrists or your ankles cross so that your energy can really travel freely and it can really complete that energy cleaning. We've really done a lot of energy work tonight, especially keeping that breath going. So try to let yourself release here, allowing the mind to go and allowing the body to be rejuvenated. And it's my hope that your practice is blessed to your being in such a beautiful and mighty way that as you rest tonight and as you get up tomorrow, that you feel all of these benefits, these beautiful, immense benefits of your practice. And so just calm and slow down and rest for this next few moments. I'm going to play some meditation music that I don't own the rights to, but no plug here, but Insight Timer is an amazing app for meditation, and they have great music, and it's free. So don't hesitate to, do what you got to do. your knees. Gently let the knees fall to the right side, coming into Shavasana B. Draw the hands up to cradle the face and rest sweetly for a few more moments. Just finding peace and comfort right where you're at. Unity is strength. When there is teamwork and collaboration, wonderful things can be achieved. Maddie J.T. Stepanek. Alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do so much. Helen Keller. When one tugs at a single thing in nature, he finds it attached to the rest of the entire world. John Muir. He who experiences the unity of life sees his own self in all beings, and all beings in his own self, and looks at everything with an impartial eye. The Buddha. When you're ready, come up to a seat. Take your time, find your alignment of your head over your heart over your hips. If you need to sit on a blanket or a block or a bolster, go ahead. Close your eyes and just notice the body, the breath, your mind, your attitude and energy. Notice all those subtle differences from the beginning of your practice to now. And just find gratitude for yourself, for you did this for yourself. From start to finish. It's amazing. You gifted yourself with that. You should feel really great about yourself. I'm very proud of you. Draw the palms together at the heart and bow the head. Truly, the divine in me bows. And I honor the divine that is you, that unique breath that makes up your spirit and that essence that is you. We each have this divine spark of light, and in it, regardless of every single thing that drives us apart and would divide us, in this we are united as one. Humanity. I bow to you, my friend. I honor you. Namaste. It is my hope and my prayer that your practice is truly a blessing and a nourishment to your entire soul and being. And that as you go away from this, that you just feel great and you feel a sense of lightness and health and vitality. And that this just increases each time you're able to step on your yoga mat. Thank you very much for joining me here in my bedroom. Until the next time, my friends.